Welcome to my channel Competitive Exam Warriors. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also don't forget to hit the bell button to stay updated to my latest notification. Competitive Exam Warriors. Today I'll be going to discuss with you August Current Affairs Part 2nd. Let's move forward, and this my achievement section, if you haven't gone through them earlier, so you can have a look at all these things. But before proceeding further, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated to my latest notifications. Now, since related to current affairs, obviously my target audience will be any bank PO clerk, SSC, railways, insurance sector. In fact, if you want to get hold of the PDF of this particular lesson, you can subscribe to my channel Competitive Exam Warriors and also join my Telegram channel for getting daily PDF updates and also latest notifications. And if you use my code this one, then you'll be getting flat 10% off on any Unacademy plus subscription courses. I mean any category, be it UPSC, be it railways, be it banking, anywhere you'll be getting flat 10% off. So let's move forward. Now this is the first news that I'll be discussing with you, that is Bangladesh to construct war memorial for Indian soldiers. So Bangladesh government has taken this good decision to construct a monument for the Indian soldiers, and this country will establish monument to soldiers who died in 1971 during, obviously you must be knowing, the Bangladesh struggle for independence from Pakistan during that time, and the announcement was made by the Bangladesh War Liberation Minister Mozammel Haq. The government of Bangladesh has selected 3.5 acres in Ashuganj of Brahmanbaria district bordering Tripura. Okay, Tripura's capital is Agartala, citing its important Liberation War of 1971. Okay, now these things you can read it from here. The proposed memorial meant for Indian soldiers alone in order to cherish the camaraderie between the Indian Army and freedom fighters of Bangladesh. Static news which are most important, obviously, like Prime Minister of Bangladesh Sheikh Hasina and capital Dhaka, currency is Taka. Moving forward, second news, like this international news, just like the previous one, Mauritius declares a state of environmental emergency. So, state of emergency has been declared in the island nation of Mauritius. The environmental emergency is declared why? As Japanese bulk carrier MV Wakashio ran around on a reef in Mauritius and began leaking oil into the ocean. The ship stranded 2 weeks ago is leaking tons of fuel into the surrounding water. So obviously it's a health hazard, environmental hazard. According to environmentalists, the stranded ship MV Wakashio, currently lying at Point A DSC in an area of wetlands near a marine park, is creating an ecological disaster, endangering corals, fish and other marine life around the Indian Ocean island. The incident is being considered as one of the most terrible ecological causes that Mauritius has ever seen. Now, some static facts, like Mauritius Prime Minister is Pravin Jugnauth and President is Prithviraj Singh Rupon. If you know his capital and currency, you can leave it in the comment section. Next one, let's come to India back. Like Mumbai becomes first city in India to have female icons on traffic signals. So it's one of the first of its kind, and obviously good sign of women empowerment, because we always are accustomed to see male signals or male icons on traffic signals, but now Bombay becomes first city ever to have female icons on traffic signals. Mumbai, the other, has become the first city in India to have women symbols on traffic signals and signage. Brihan Mumbai, there is a municipal corporation of the BMC, has installed traffic signals that display female icons sporting triangular frog, a shift from the default representation of men. As I've already said to you, Chief Minister of Maharashtra is Uddhav Thackeray, Governor is Bhagat Singh Koshyari. Let's move forward and come to another important news, like Skyroot Aerospace tests upper stage rocket engine Raman. Skyroot Aerospace, a space tech startup, has successfully tested an upper stage rocket engine that is named as Raman. Very, very important over here. As you can see, with this, Skyroot Aerospace has become the first Indian private firm to exhibit the potential to build a homegrown rocket engine. Very, very good. Now, what is this Raman? Let's know some specific details regarding Raman. Like Raman is a 3D printed rocket engine which has been named after Nobel laureate C.V. Raman. Okay, Nobel laureate who has won Nobel after physics. Skyroot Aerospace expects to launch its first rocket which can hurl satellites of, the speed is important over here, sorry, the weight 250 to 700 kilograms into a low Earth orbit by December 2021. These developments from the private players has become possible after the Union Cabinet's approval of private player participation in space in June 2020. Like the privatization of space industry has already begun, so different private players are now working with ISRO into the space. Okay, now coming to that's good, because sometimes privatization is really good. Now next news, that is Prime Minister to launch platform for transparent taxation honoring the honest. So Prime Minister, our Honorable Narendra Modi, will roll out the platform for transparent taxation, thus honoring the honest. This new platform will forward the journey of direct tax reforms and will also reward honest taxpayers. Several major tax reforms in direct taxes have been carried out by obviously Central Board of Direct Tax (CBDT). These reforms include reduction in the corporate tax rates, that's important, from 30% to 22%, abolition of dividend distribution tax, as well as reduction in rates for new manufacturing units to 15%. The reforms also includes direct tax, that is Vivad Se Vishwas Act 2020, under which declarations for settling disputes are being also filed like currently, and introducing more transparency in official communications via the newly launched document identity number DIN. So all these static facts, there is document identity number, full form itself DIN, reduction 30 to 20% of corporate tax. These things you can keep in mind. Static news: Chairman of Central Board of Tax is Pramod Chandra Modi. Now let's move forward and come to next news, like a state-based news. We're talking about Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh government rolls out Indira Van Milan Yojana. So Chhattisgarh government has launched a specific Yojana. This new scheme will help to make the forest dwellers of the state self-reliant. Okay, how come independent? Under the scheme, government will form groups of youth in 10,000 villages of tribal areas of the state, and they will be responsible to conduct all forest-based economic activities. These economic activities will create self-employment opportunities for the forest dwellers. Under the scheme, Chhattisgarh government has planned to cover 19 lakh families in scheduled areas through the youth groups. These groups will also manage the trees and will collect the forest produce from the trees in forest areas. So that's really nice. Okay, sorry for the mistake. Okay, so these things they will be doing, the youths particularly, and will collect the forest produce from the trees in forest areas. They will also arrange the purchase of the forest, ensure right price of the forest. That's really nice. Static news: this is important, like Chief Minister Chhattisgarh is Bhupesh Bagal, Governor is Anushya Uike. Moving forward, coming to the next news, and most probably still the penultimate news, that is Gujarat government announces Mukhyamantri Kisan Sahay Yojana. So Mukhyamantri Kisan Sahay Yojana has been announced by the Gujarat Chief Minister, that is Vijay Rupani. Very very important, must know. The Yojana has been announced for the current Kharif season, and all farmers of the state will be covered on this particular scheme. Farmers would not have to pay any premium registration process for the particular scheme, and the Mukhyamantri Kisan Sahay Yojana will replace the existing crop insurance scheme. Okay, that's what's important over here. Hence, farmers who have already paid the premium for the existing scheme will receive the refund, and they will be incorporated in this new scheme. Tribal farmers would also be a part of the scheme as compared to the previous one, in which they were excluded. So this is a superset, you can say, and the previous scheme was a subset. Static news: Chief Minister Gujarat is Vijay Rupani, Governor is Acharya Devbrat. Now let's move forward and come to the last news. A book titled Connecting, Communicating and Changing has been released, and so Union Minister for Information Broadcasting, that's important, Mr. Prakash Javadekar, if you know his constituency, you can leave it in the comment section, unveiled an e-version of the book that is named as Connecting, Communicating, Changing. The book chronicles Sri M. Venkaiah Naidu's 3 years in office as the Vice President of India. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu has completed 3 years in office on this particular day, 11th August 2020. Now let's know some details about this particular book, which I'm talking about, this Connecting, Communicating and Changing. The book comprises of a collection of speeches by Vice President Venkaiah Naidu. This over 250 pages book is the third series of the book and has been published by Publications Division. It provides a glimpse of his efforts and outcomes as the VP and Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. Apart from this, the coffee table version of the book was also released by University of Defence Sri Rajnath Singh. If you know his constituency, you can leave it in the comment section. In fact, I have done all these chapters under my strategy GK show course. If you want, you can have a look at all these things also. So let's